Hello everybody, and welcome back to Kinlaig. Last episode, we got the room there, yep. That should do me. Last episode, we planted, but I ran out of time to get the rolling done. So that is going to be getting done today. Well, I'll tell you what, I've got double tyres on here, haven't I? Making the proposition a little bit more difficult. Should be alright, I think. And so Walter has selected himself a roller to get the fields rolled with. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else needed to be done. I mean, I've got my steering wheel and farm stick back on today, and it's suddenly reminding me it needs a bit of getting used to. Rolling, mulch what we can mulch. There's going to be, I mean, there's fertilising, but I think we should probably wait until we've got shoots coming through, germination's happened, before we do any of that, because A, it's more accurate, B, I want to see if the tram lines work, and then probably get some bits sold for Walter. He could probably do some money coming in. Is that rain or hail that's due? Either way, as long as it's not happening in a minute, we should be fine. And then the big headline for the episode is I'm going to get myself into a load more debt. Something has come up in the sale. Well, two things have come up in the sale that I would like. But they're not an option. Oh, I need to move those seeds as well, don't I? Let's sort them out. Can I link that up? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Have a quick look at this while we're here. Something like that. Ideal little lease thing, that. Hopefully this, I mean, horsepower we should be fine. We've got extra wheels for traction on the field, and I'm hoping it will push the stones back in for now, because I don't really want to be running a stone picker over. Farm stick, when you're ready. Yeah, this I referenced it in the last episode. It's on my list of things that I would be willing to buy and test out on this map. and it's come up in the sale, and I definitely can't afford it, and it's gonna probably max, because of the land purchase, it's probably gonna max us up quite a bit. But I think it would be silly to not get real. Right, ideally I want to come, oh dear, no, I want to be oh, where are you? Alright, sunshine. I sort of want to just go straight lined. Go. Let's just attempt to straighten that up. I'm just wondering, oh dear, a bit of a bounce there, missed a few bits. It's not knocking those stones in, is it? It's not rolling very well, actually. I was going to go straight up and down, but maybe I'll focus. That's terrible. Maybe I'm better off just focusing on this field for a moment. Or, looking at that little pattern, is that right? Because is that, it's not rolled that, because that could be my tram lines. I'm going to have to stone pick, aren't I? It could be tram lines. Let's focus on this bottom corner. Because of that road sign. Yeah, I think that's just because of the roll. Nothing wrong with the roller, I think it's the tram line. I'll get a better view in a minute on the way back down. So yes, I've spoken to the dealership that's selling the item. I'm just sorting out the, yeah, it's got to be that, isn't it? Just sorting out the formalities, if you will. I think I'm going to have to get there. Yeah, so I'm going to have to get the stone picker out on this. In that case, that could get done today, dependent on the rain again. Totally could do it though, couldn't we? It's quite annoying that, because you got a little bit of OCD like I have. I want that nice and neat, and it's confusing. Where the meeting is going to be, but it's getting done. It's not really a huge issue. I mean, it's going to gain us hopefully a little better on the yield. He's only paid 500 quid for this, but if we're on the stone pick, that actually brings in quite a bit more work, doesn't it? Well, it's a good chance to test my tram lines though. And they look about, I mean they're tight, but pretty much spot on for this Massey Ferguson, which of course will be which way do I want to go now? I think knock out that top bit. Do that headland area. And speaking of the Massey, that brings in a little bit of a slight with me having agreed to purchase something. I'm not sure if I'm going to need to sell something. I might have to do some jiggering around, some wheeler dealing. I don't particularly want to do, but it's probably for the best sense of it, really. Although if I went and picked it up early, I'm in two minds. Do I just go and not a tight one? Yeah, we'll go that way. If options are, I suppose, I'm totally thinking out loud here, you might have twigged, I might be able to max the credit limit in order to get it, and then wait to see if we need to sell something to generate money. That loan payment's going to become huge, although I don't really pay attention to it because we're not yet in our own place. So we're not seeing ours, we're seeing Walter's every time there's any sleeping going on. Although they're about the same. Although actually no, he's paying property costs as well. Property running maintenance costs. I'm only paying loan costs because I haven't got any property yet. Just waiting for the call. So I guess do that and then hope and pray maybe, that it all works out. Well, the thing, probably a lot easier if I just explain it to you once I've been and fetched it, isn't it? Maybe. In the meantime, I want to see if this is pushing stones in it on the other field. If it's not, then I think we might be best well, I think we're going to have to stone pick this field anyway, otherwise when it comes to harvesting, just a bit worried it's going to damage the crop. Well, I suppose we can't damage the crop yet because we've not got germination, and I'm sure that's how the game will work it out realistically. Let's switch around. I don't think going this way is going to change the lines, but I don't think it's going to do anything to the way my crop's going to grow. My crop. Walter's crop. I'm hoping he should get a decent harvest off that, and that should create him a decent bit of money. I'll probably have a look at the map in a minute on that. Let's just double check mappage. Yeah. But we can see the tram lines now, and probably the yield was a lot better. Oh, this bit's loamy sand though, isn't it? Nothing growing there. Growing there. Not growing there. Good stuff. But over here, 6.3. It's to the acre I want, not hectare, but it's not. Looking for about nearly full on that. So these are big stones. Rather large stones. See what happens on here with the stones then. Again, we should see tram lines on here. Yeah, that looks like a tram line to me. A little bit surprised. I thought you'd just roll it anyway. Just getting rid of the stones. This is getting rid of the stones. There's only the one field to stone over. So that does then leave me with a question. Oh, it's not everything, is it? I'm missing a few bits of stone. But that's not going to cause trouble to... Actually, you know what? I don't need to roll it, do I? Because any stone damage will only happen or likely happen to a header. We don't own the header, we're going to be leasing it anyway, so I mean I could just do it just to have the stones. It's completely a thing. I might do it. I might do it. Which I've got lines here, so be a bit fancy, a bit fruity here, and go backwards and forwards at different points, which isn't a great idea, to be honest, is it? Probably not a good idea. Well, what the hell, live a little. Bank that round. I've got my lines fairly neat. Just go for it. No, I'm waffling on. I'll come back to you in a moment when I've finished this field. You get the idea of what's happening here. Me again. Right, I'm on my account now. The rain's come down and looks like we've got a hailstorm coming our way. And when it's raining, I actually can't see the ground very well. Might be better the other way. Yes, it's a bit clearer. Clear as mud. So that's the amount that I've got left in my account at the minute. I am now up to the maximum of £500,000 spent, so I can't borrow any more money, which means two things. One, I'm going to have to hammer contracts. I mean, we're not even a full year into the game and I've maxed my credit, which isn't great, but that includes the what am I thinking? The land that we've got the purchase on. It sort of does get to the point where I wonder whether let's move that through there actually. Hopefully the rain will wash this off a bit. Put it there. Oh, I can't believe I've just spent so much money on something I don't need at this point, but I'm going to have to justify it in the next few minutes when I'm using it, aren't I? I mean, equipment wise, if something comes up, I'm gonna have a nightmare, because contract wise is can't really do them unless, well, I suppose we can lease the equipment to do it. Deadwood would get done, fertiliser we can get done. I suppose that's not too bad. Can't do hoeing yet unless we lease. Spraying we can do. Weeding we can't unless we lease. Wood transport we can, but that's where the problem comes in, which I'll explain in a minute. You see, I'm at 500,000. If something really big come up, let's say the header for this comes up, it makes sense to buy it. something's going to have to go. But that's 85 grand back. So if we were to, I can't borrow any money to fix it up, but we get a little bit more back on that if I could get the money up, free up the money for that. I've not given myself any wiggle room whatsoever, have I? I have to send that trailer back. Can't afford it. Oh, I could have took that down with me, couldn't I? The Massey's 63. I can, if needs be, I can. The only thing is, this has got front arm attacher and can pull the Bailey trailer, which can do the wood collection work for us and the other bits. I've got more horsepower coming. That is set up for the field work. Ooh, it's coming down a bit now. That's set up for the field work, and I suppose possibly can do the wood, which, I mean, that's 200 horsepower, that's 130. Or is it? Oh, look at that. $326 horses. Is it too big for this map? That's the question. Absolute beast. Oh, Walter's not got the land to need that. But that's the whole point of the experiment being done in this level. What's the... Yeah, that's 130 on that then, isn't it? Let me go and have a cup of tea with Walter. See if he can cheer me up, because I feel a bit sick, because I've just put myself into a terrible position. He's already in. He's got the kettle on, hopefully. Right, I'll see you down at the store in a short while. Can you guess what it is yet? It's the Unimog. I couldn't not go for it, could I? Now, it was up for 140 something, which is like a 54% reduction. Hasn't got the Iceria kit on it yet, but I've added on 3 points. We've got the new Alliance tyres. I've put a bigger fuel tank on it. I've gone with the agricultural frame, even though that's about 37-38 grand, because that's the only way you get the 3-point attacher on it. That's an expensive 3-point attacher, but obviously now I've got a flat bed here which I can put sides on as well if I wanted to. Again, that costs money, but that's about that. I mean, future proofing is about 354 on the horses. Now you know why I've put my steering wheel back on. I've got a rear reversing camera, I think. I've got a farm stick that's going loopy as normal. We've got a truck, a utility truck that can double up as that camera does work. My first foray into the reversing camera on game. That wouldn't have been there if we didn't have paid for the agricultural back either, so That's what you pay the extra for. But what a beast. And this I'm now going to go and test out with the stone picking. Now, admitted, the reason why I've not decided to go selling stuff just yet is I've got a bit of poke on it. No problem for the hills when we're carting stuff, but it has got nearly 31 hours on it, so it's had a bit of work. But that's why it was so discounted. It's about 3,500 grand otherwise. So I'm trying to justify it to myself, I know, but what a machine. Has it got? Nearly. Has it got multi-steer? It's not got four-wheel steering, unfortunately. That would have been just insane though, wouldn't it? Look at it. Weapon. Absolute weapon. Is this too much? Yes, at the minute. But in the future, if something big comes available. I mean, I have sort of put myself into a catch-22 here where... Oh, good roll on the cab there as well. Let's get these seats off. I've put myself in a bit of a catch-22 because I'm definitely going to hello. I'm going to have to hammer through contracts probably for the rest of April. Watch me paintwork. Oh. That's better. Something sticking on my farm stick that's causing the window to open, and I'm getting hail in me, but we'll work out where these are going to live in a minute. In the meantime, we're going to stone pick and we're going to really well enjoy it. Leave that shut. So let us enjoy the debut from the half price unit. With all the extras, it actually cost me 170 grand. Now obviously if I want to sell any of the other tractors, it's probably best to get the money to repair and stuff from, so trailer. Oh my god, this farm sticks having a nightmare again. A little bit high on the back maybe. That's another issue why I didn't want to sell anything just yet. If this doesn't work out, I could be left with a bit of egg on my face, like if that front cultivator doesn't work. This hail might damage our crop, and the water will be well aware of that. I would imagine a bit of it should be to be expected. Down, on, and away. Should not have a problem going uphill with this. Not picking up the stones though, is it? Okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, seeing as it's a rather heavy hailstorm, is where I'm sort of happy to leave the episode then. If that's not picking anything up, there's no point doing it. But as far as I'm concerned, it's good news. We've got one of the ultimate, it's a toy, let's be honest. However, we can transport things around on it and use it for field work. It's just lifting things we can't, and we sort of need, unless we have a smaller trailer come up in the sail, then maybe the Kubota could possibly go, but we'll have to wait and see with that. In the meantime, yes, we're at the maximum level of debt, but we've also got ourselves an absolute beastie. I'm very happy with it. Oh, what am I doing? I can do this. I can use my camera. Maybe not. I can't actually. I mean, I'll give it a go. But if you've enjoyed the episode, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, do feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you've got any comments or suggestions, anything you'd like to see going forward, like my headrest, then do feel free to pop them in the comment section below. Until the next time, that's it at the top, so we should pull that out a bit. Until the next time, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye for now. I've actually got that stuck. I did reverse it in though, just for anybody asking. I'll get that out. No, I won't. No. Oh dear. This is not how it's meant to be. There you go. And that's how you do that. Just grab the control pad because it's sometimes easier. Beautiful. Now I'll get this out of the hail. I don't want my paperwork getting scratched up. But yes, until the next time, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye. But no, not even going to fit. I'm going to stick it under there for now.